there, this is Kelly from She Sails Away. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm kicking off a new series of videos called 10-minute ship tours. If you'd like a quick look around a specific cruise ship and you don't want to sit through a deck-by-deck walking tour, these are the videos for you. Now keep in mind that because this is a 10-minute ship tour and this is a huge ship, I'm only going to be able to hit the highlights, and we're going to see some beautiful things. So, let's get started. First off, a little information about Symphony of the Seas. Symphony of the Seas first sailed in April of 2018. It is one of Royal Caribbean's Oasis-class ships, and it is one of the largest cruise ships in the world. And it can hold well over 6,000 guests, as well as 2,200 crew. There are 18 decks, 24 elevators, and 7 different neighborhoods, all of them distinctly different, including Central Park, Boardwalk, the Royal Promenade, the Entertainment Place, and the Spa and Fitness Center. Let's start things off by looking around the pool deck and the sun deck. This is a huge part of the ship, and you will probably spend a lot of time here. There are 4 different pools to choose from, and there are 10 hot tubs. There's also an adults-only area called the solarium. We will get to that in a minute. Here you can overlook Central Park. You can see so many beautiful things when you're on the deck, and there's so much to do. They have 2 flow riders. You have access to the Abyss, which is a gigantic slide that you see here. It's the purple twisty thing. It's a dry slide. You access it right here, and you ride down on a mat. The mat slows you down, and it's not as scary as it looks. I've tried this myself, and it is a lot of fun. I definitely recommend. This is called the Abyss. Give it a try. Also on deck is the sports zone. So much to do here. There's miniature golf, a huge basketball court with organized activities and free play, and zip lining. There are not many cruise ships at sea that can offer zip lining, but you can do that on Symphony of the Seas. I've tried this myself, not as scary as it looks. I mean, it is scary if you're afraid of heights, but it takes about 10 seconds. Really exciting. There are lots of basketball activities here during the week, also volleyball and some different activities for different age groups. And of course, you have ping pong tables and the water slides. There are 3 water slides on Symphony of the Seas. They make up what's called the perfect storm. Those are very popular, but the lines usually move quickly. Here's another look at the miniature golf. There are ping pong tables just off to the side there. And as you can see, more lounge chairs. There are lounge chairs everywhere you look on Symphony of the Seas. The sun deck and the pool deck are covered. So many places to find a chair and just relax for the day. Now we're going to take a look at the adults only area. This is the solarium. As you can see, this is a beautiful place, just beautiful. Very popular. It is a little challenging to find a chair here in the middle of the day because it does tend to fill up and people tend to stay here all day. But you can see why. Gorgeous chairs, gorgeous views. There's a bar right here. And there are so many different hot tubs in here and whirlpools. This is a wonderful place to be for sail away or a sunset. The solarium also has the Solarium Bistro. This is a small cafe with sort of healthy choices inside. You can bring your family to eat in the Solarium Bistro, but as I said, adults only in the lounging area and in the hot tubs here. Let's take a look at just some of the dining options on the ship. There are too many to get into full detail, but here is the Windjammer. This is the buffet. It's open 3 meals a day. Up on the pool deck, they have everything you could want. This does tend to get very busy, especially on port days in the morning, but lots of choices here. One of the specialty dining venues is Hooked Seafood. If you like seafood, raw oysters, all those kinds of things, you're going to want to visit here. Reservations are required, and of course it is an upcharge. Azumi is one of their more popular specialty dining venues. This is on most Oasis-class ships. They have a sushi side and a hibachi side. If you like either of those, make sure you make a reservation and come give it a try. There is also Italian on board. There is a steakhouse. There is a specialty dining venue called Wonderland. This is loosely based on Alice in Wonderland. The Mad Hatter will visit your table. It's a very interactive meal. The food is artistic and very unusual, but if you're looking for something interesting and different to do, you might want to try this. Also on board for complimentary dining is El Loco Fresh. This is on the pool deck, very popular. They have vegetarian versions of these things on request and your own toppings bar. And now it's time for a quick look at one of the other really special neighborhoods on Symphony. This is Central Park, located on Deck 8. This is a huge outdoor space. It's open to the sky, and as it implies, it is a park in the center of the ship. Here you're going to find over 20,000 real live plants, trees, and flowers. There are places to sit and enjoy the outdoors. There are high-end boutique shops here. There is one complimentary dining choice here, Park Cafe. They have sandwiches and salads and some small things to go. You're also going to find Vintage's Wine Bar here. They have wines from all over the world. You're going to find 150 Central Park. This is an upscale specialty dining venue that is heavy on sophistication and experience and a little low on menu choices. And you will find entrance to the Rising Tide Bar here. This is a bar that literally goes up and down like an elevator between Deck 8 and Deck 5, the Royal Promenade. There are not many cruise ships that offer this sort of outdoor space. Make sure you spend some time here relaxing and just enjoy. And now it's time for my favorite neighborhood of all, and that is Boardwalk. This is located on Deck 6 at the back of the ship. This is a very unique space that, as it implies, is reminiscent of an old-fashioned seaside boardwalk. Here, you're going to find a hand-carved carousel. And yes, you can ride the carousel. You will find a few shops here, including Sugar Beach, which sells all kinds of candy as well as hand-dipped gelato and ice cream. You're going to find complimentary dining here in the form of Boardwalk Doghouse. You will also find specialty dining in the form of Playmakers. They serve sort of bar food like wings, nachos, sliders, lots of beer. They have sports on TV in here. They have an arcade attached to the Playmakers. You will also find Johnny Rockets here. This has complimentary breakfast, but everything else is an upcharge. This is a space to walk around, enjoy the weather, enjoy the outdoors. You will find access to rock climbing walls here. You can look up and watch people zip lining overhead. And most importantly, in my opinion, this is where the Aqua Theater is. Now, the Aqua Theater is a huge outdoor space where they put on the Aqua Show. This is an incredible show, very hard to describe, but if you're on Symphony of the Seas, do not miss the Aqua Theater show. It is incredible. Very athletic, a combination of dance, diving, acrobatics, tightrope walking, and all kinds of aerial dynamics. Great music, beautiful water effects and lighting. Wonderful show, don't miss. You will find occasional family festivals and carnivals on Boardwalk. It's a lively, interesting place to be, and I highly recommend spending some time there. Now let's move on to Deck 5. This is the Royal Promenade. This is the heart of the interior of the ship. You will find yourself spending quite a bit of time here because there's a lot to do here. Especially if it's super hot or it's raining, this is the place to go. One of the things I love about the Royal Promenade is that it can be both exciting and relaxing. If you want to get a Starbucks here and sit down and read a book, it is a great place to do that. If you want to come find live music and sing along, take a dance class. Go see the Bionic Bar in action or enjoy a family parade, maybe the big disco party at night. This is the place to go. There are also different sales at the shops here and in the middle of the promenade at those special tables. Every day they have something different on sale. You will also find complimentary dining here in the form of Sorrento's Pizza. This is available in the afternoons and late into the night. You will find Cafe Promenade here. They have complimentary small sandwiches, cookies, desserts, cake, little things like that. You can find Starbucks on the Royal Promenade. You can also order specialty coffees for an upcharge at Cafe Promenade. Different shops here are very interesting to go look in. Lots to do here, lots to see, lots to enjoy. Don't forget to visit On Air. They have karaoke here and different karaoke competitions, games, and crafts. Let's go down to Deck 4. Here we are in the Entertainment District. This is where you're going to find lots of busy, fun activities. For one thing, you're going to find the casino, one of the largest casinos at sea. You're going to find Studio B here. They have an ice skating show here. We thought the ice skating show was phenomenal. Don't miss. You're also going to have the option of using Studio B to go ice skating yourself throughout the week. You will find entrances to dining rooms here, a nightclub, and all kinds of other things. Now, as I mentioned, because this is a 10-minute tour, I can only hit the highlights, so we're going to stop here. I hope that was a good look around Symphony of the Seas and that it provided you with some insight you might need if you're trying to decide whether or not to book a cruise on this ship. I will say that Symphony of the Seas is my favorite cruise ship of all time at the moment. I found so much to love here, so much to do, beautiful ship, and even though it holds over 6,000 people, it never felt crowded. Are you planning a cruise on Symphony of the Seas? If so, please leave a comment. Have you sailed on Symphony of the Seas? What were your thoughts? Please leave a comment. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Please hit the like button and please consider subscribing. Have a wonderful day and enjoy your next cruise. Bye-bye.